Hey wonderful souls, I am Inaya. Welcome back to Circle of Life with Inaya. I'm so glad you're here because today I'm sharing a relationship tip that hardly anyone talks about, but trust me, it can totally change the way you connect with your partner, your friends, or even your family. If you've ever felt stuck in the same arguments or wondered why your relationships sometimes feel harder than they should, this might be the missing piece you've been searching for. So, let's start with a little story. Picture this. You've had a long, exhausting day. Maybe work was stressful, or maybe you just woke up feeling a bit off. You come home hoping for some comfort, but instead, your partner forgets to do something important. Maybe they forgot to pick up groceries or didn't notice you're upset. Suddenly, you feel a wave of frustration or disappointment. You snap at them, or maybe you go quiet and distant. Later you wonder, why did I react that way? Why does this keep happening? Here's the secret that no one ever really tells you. The real magic in relationships happens when you start taking responsibility for your own emotions. I know, it sounds simple, but it's actually quite rare. Most of us grow up thinking that if we feel bad, it's someone else's fault. We expect our partners to make us happy or to fix things when we're upset. But the truth is, no one else can manage your feelings for you. That's your job. And when you step into that role, everything changes. Let's talk about why this matters. When you hand over your emotional well-being to someone else, you give away your power. You become dependent on their actions, their words, even their moods. That's a lot of pressure for both of you. It can lead to resentment, misunderstandings, and endless arguments. But when you own your feelings, when you say, "Okay, I'm feeling hurt or angry, and I want to understand why," you open the door to real connection. You stop blaming and start understanding. That's when relationships become safe, loving, and truly supportive. So how do you actually do this? Let's break it down into a few steps you can start using today. First, practice emotional check-ins with yourself. This means pausing, even for just a few seconds, to notice what you're feeling before you react. If you're upset, ask yourself, what's really going on inside me? Sometimes the issue isn't really about your partner forgetting the groceries. Maybe you're feeling unappreciated, or maybe you had a tough day and just need some comfort. When you identify the real feeling, you can express it more clearly and kindly. Second, start using I statements when you talk about your feelings. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard and it makes me sad." This small shift changes the whole conversation. It invites your partner to understand you instead of defending themselves. It's not about blaming. It's about sharing your inner world. Third, build your own emotional toolkit. This means finding healthy ways to manage your feelings on your own. Maybe you like to journal, meditate, or take a walk when you're upset. Or maybe you talk things out with a close friend before bringing them to your partner. The more you learn to soothe yourself, the less likely you are to lash out or shut down in your relationships. You become calmer, more centered, and more open to real connection. Let me share another real-life example. I once worked with someone who always felt anxious when her partner was late or didn't text back right away. She used to get angry and accuse him of not caring. But when she started practicing emotional self-responsibility, she realized her anxiety was really about her own fears of being abandoned, which had nothing to do with him. She learned to comfort herself first, sometimes by taking a few deep breaths or reminding herself that she was safe. When she finally talked to her partner, she was able to say, "I get anxious when I don't hear from you, and I'm working on it. It would help me if you could just send a quick message when you're running late." Instead of a fight, they had a supportive conversation. That's the power of this practice. Now I know what you might be thinking. Inaya, what if my partner really does mess up? What if they hurt me or ignore my needs? That's a great question. Emotional self-responsibility doesn't mean you ignore bad behavior or accept things that hurt you. It means you recognize your feelings, communicate them clearly, and set healthy boundaries. If someone consistently disrespects you, it's okay to speak up or even walk away. But you do it from a place of self-awareness, not blame or anger. Another challenge you might face is old habits. Maybe you grew up in a family where people yelled or shut down when they were upset. Changing those patterns takes time and patience. Be gentle with yourself. Every time you pause and check in with your feelings, you're building a new habit. It's like strengthening a muscle. The more you practice, the easier it gets. So here's something you can try this week. The next time you feel triggered in a relationship, whether it's with your partner, a friend, or even a coworker, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? What do I need? Then see if you can express that feeling using an I statement. Notice how the other person responds. You might be surprised at how much more open and caring your conversations become. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that this journey isn't about being perfect. We all slip up sometimes. What matters is that you keep coming back to yourself, keep owning your feelings, and keep practicing these small shifts. Over time, you'll notice your relationships becoming more peaceful, more loving, and more real. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this tip helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a new perspective on relationships. Don't forget to subscribe to Circle of Life with Inaya for more practical, heartfelt advice to help you grow and thrive. And I'd love to hear from you. What's one emotion you've learned to take responsibility for in your relationships? Or what's the biggest challenge you face when trying to own your feelings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's support each other on this journey to deeper, more meaningful connections. Until next time, keep nurturing your circle of life with love, honesty, and self-awareness. Take care, and I'll see you soon.